Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another edition of Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales with yours truly, Uncle Doug's in the hot seat. As always, before we go into today's story, just want to say thank you to everybody that's been viewing all the videos that I've been putting up on this channel and in the other playlists with the Run Come Follow Uncle Doug's video diary stuff. All the support, the comments, the likes, the subscribes. I love you guys, man. Thank you, thank you. So, what we got for you today? We're doing a little bit about a record shop today, but it's not actually one that I went in. It's one that I actually owned for a little while. The year was 2006, I think, and at that time, CDs were just starting to really take hold of the DJ world. Vinyl was having a massive slump. And record shops had been closing and were closing left, right and centre going into 2007. And we'd already lost Boogie Times in my area. Music Power had gone. The only record shop that was left was at this shop here, Record Box, Gants Hill roundabout. I think the guy's name was Dave. I forget the dude's name who owned it before us. Anyway, there was a guy who owned it before us, and we used to go in there and talk to him, and he was honest, you know. He used to tell us times are hard, and he was thinking about closing the shop down because it just wasn't paying for itself, you know. So me and my friend Tom, Fusion UK, some of you might know him as, but he's my mate Tom, right? So we come up with the idea of, why don't we buy a record shop and save the last record shop in the area, because nobody wants to see record shop culture die out. That's the reason we did it. So we didn't really have any money around us at the time, the pair of us. So we had two friends that had a bit of dough, more than us at the time. A geezer called Al and another one called Johnny Khan. Two of our friends. So the four of us went in on this thing, and we were going to be the brains, and they were going to be the sort of financial backing that sat in the background and let us sort of get on with it. Because, like, you know, we were about, we knew a lot of people between me and Tom, and we honestly thought that we could maybe turn the ship around, sustain the bad times and look to the good times. Stupidly. Anyway, I think it would have been the summer of 2006 that we actually took over the shop. I've got some photos. Like, when we took over, we had the shutters sprayed, so we had this logo here. See this, like the kind of bullseye logo. We had that on the shutters when you pulled it down, and then we had all these dreams, you know, and it was great. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, when you're a kid and you go in record shops as a youngster, obviously we all must have thought it. All the record buyers out there must have thought it'd be wicked to own a record shop. Your mates in there, music up loud, have a puff out of the bag. Great, you know what I mean? What ain't there to love? Yeah. If you do it in the right era, it was probably great. In the 90s, I bet they had a right laugh. But at this particular time, it wasn't a right laugh at all. So anyway, we opened the shop and we tried hard. Records wasn't selling. We actually kept the shop open for about a year and a half off the back of buying and selling old school, second hand. We'd buy record collections, break them down and sell them either in the shop or online. And that kept the wolves at bay. There was one or two tunes in that period. I mean, I remember Mr. Happy was a massive seller. That helped to pay the bills. When Machete come out, it's funny because everyone ended up loving Killers Don't Die more. It was a 4-track EP, but everyone came in for Machete. That also helped to keep the shop open. There was a Ram EP that had Concord Don't Fly Away Home, and it had a Sub Focus tune. I forget that. That was another good seller. But on the whole, vinyl was at a really, really bad time, and we struggled to keep the doors open. After about a year and a half, maybe, till summer of 2008, me personally, I could see it just wasn't working. And I said to the others, I think we should bail out. And, you know, they still felt they could keep it going, and they did try, to their credit, they did try, but inevitably the shop did shut down, sadly. Built up some debt, and then flipping, there was loads of ag afterwards that I don't even want to go into, but there was loads of ag attached to the shop to do with money stuff, and we all argued with each other, which is sad because we was all friends. The good thing is, I mean, listen, we're all pals again now. In fact, Tom, is I'm the godparent. Me and Sarah are godparents to his daughter, his lovely little daughter Mia. So we're as good of friends. In fact, we're better friends now than we ever were. But there was a time when we all wanted to kill each other. But we went into it with the right intentions, and we really did try. And for a time, it was great. I tell one of my best memories, and he's gone now. You know, God rest his soul. Facts used to come down the shop because he lived round the corner, and Facts used. This is Facts. You know what I mean? Peace, love, and unity, and rinse out, and flipping, drop it down, and like, come on, mate. He used to just come to the shop, just chill with us, and have a little puff. He weren't buying no records. He usually had a big Merc or something like that. He was always driving back then. He'd plod it up around the back of the shop, and he'd just chill out in the shop with us and smoke and catch jokes with the customers that come in. And yeah, it's a real lovely. My best memories of Facts, and I've got loads. He used to come around my gaff and we'd chill. Like, he was my fucking mate, man. He was my friend. Sorry, I don't like to swear on this channel, but I miss him. And yeah, he was my friend. But some of my greatest memories with Facts are down that shop, just catching jokes, mate. He was a funny man. So yeah, special memories. But like I say, the shop inevitably closed and we all fell out, and there was some debt that we had to pay off over the years. And so it goes. But yeah, it's mad because record culture has come back now, and record shops, albeit a little bit different to how they used to be, are kind of thriving again if they're good at what they do. And we just was the wrong. We was the right people at the wrong time. That was basically it. But when I look back, I mean, it ended sour, but I do look back that we had a real good time, and I owned a record shop, you know what I mean, for a little while in my life, even though it was rubbish and we didn't really achieve what we wanted to do with it. We all lived out a dream that we all had. You know, we spoke about this, the four of us, when we had the shop. All four of us used to go record shopping and think, oh, imagine having a record shop. And we did. So it was an achievement, even though it was a failure in the end. You can't win them all, can you? But yeah, to everybody that used to get down to the record bar. In fact, last thing before I go, Mosey. So Mosey's big and famous now, isn't he? And a lot of you lot would know he's my boy. You know, when he was coming through, I helped him to meet people, and you know, I won't even bore you with it all. But yeah, when I first met him, he used to come into my record shop, yeah, to buy Rave tickets. He must have been 16, 17, skinhead, little buzzing little eyes and all that of his mates. And they'd come in, and his mate actually ended up being a Saturday boy in our shop. And I forget his bloody name now, he's going to kill me. But Mosey's mate was the Saturday boy in our shop. So Mosey used to be in and out. And I didn't know him then. This is how I met Mosey. He was a kid that used to come in the shop. And then fast forward years later, my DJ career started to take off. And then he actually wanted to be my driver, believe it or not. And then we ended up becoming mates. He never drove me anywhere. These are all stories for another day. And then we become family. And he started doing what he was doing. And like I say, I helped him along the way and opened a few doors for him. Not because of, listen, look where he is and look what he's done. I didn't open doors for him that he didn't deserve to go through. But I knew people he didn't, and we put the pieces of the jigsaw together early on, and he's flown off into the stratosphere now, and I'm really super proud, like a proud dad watching a kid ride off on his bike with no stabilisers. That's how I feel about him nowadays. But it all started here in Record Box Mo's. Do you remember? And we always had these grand ideas of doing it up. We tried to decorate and all that, because the money weren't coming in, we couldn't put it out again. But yeah, Mosey was I wouldn't say he was a good customer, because he didn't buy records, but he bought Rave tickets. But yeah, he'll have memories of this place. But to everybody that used to get... Oh, Gary! That was the guy's name. It weren't Dave. The guy that owned the shop before us was called Gary. But anyway, yeah. To everyone that used to get down there, back in the day in Gants on the roundabout, yeah, thank you for supporting us back then, because we would have lasted 5 minutes if no one would have come in. So at least we managed to string it out for about... It probably was nearly 2 years in the end. I don't know, but yeah, it was a bittersweet situation. But now I look back on it all these years later, I look back on it with fond memories. So yeah, big up the Record Box crew, big up the Gants crew, and big up all the record shopping crew, yeah? Because you lot help to keep people's dreams alive like me. And I know that sounds mad, because when we used to go in the shops, I'd look at Nicky Black Market, people like, just think, that's Nick. us going in Nicky's shop kept his dream alive for years. We talk about things like this nowadays. Now they're my friends, and yeah. So to all the record buying public that was about through these eras, thank you for trying to keep us afloat. Yeah, we really did appreciate it and still do. So anyway, that's the end of another edition of Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales, as it says on the book in the background now. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out the other playlist as well, which is my video diary. I call that one Run Come Follow Uncle Doug's. That's me just getting around my business day to day. We put them up once a week. I try to anyway. But yeah, they're going down well with everyone as well. But more importantly, Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales. This is what we're doing on this playlist. Tell all your friends that you used to rave with. Anyone who's into rave culture, tell them to come over here. I've got so much stuff to get through. We're getting through it bit by bit, but we ain't even tip of the iceberg, trust me. I've literally opened 2 carrier bags full of stuff at the moment, and we've done this many videos. I've got boxes and suitcases and bags full of stuff. Like, even just this here behind me is just full of memorabilia and stuff. So we've got a hell of a lot of these. So yeah, keep telling your friends, keep spreading the word. I'm going to be dropping these videos sporadically. That's a good word, wasn't it? Sporadically in between the Run Come Follow Uncle Doug's video diary stuff. All right. So peace and love. Be lucky as always, guys. Yeah. Take care. Love.
Well, here we are. Day in the life of Weckle Box. Let's see what's going on. See what's going on.
We've smashed it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I said we've smashed it with it and you ain't having it.
It's few record box stuff. Right, G.
Wait, let's get rid of that.
Nah.